Hi everybody, my name is Charlie Prater and I am running for the United Board of Directors. During the last few months, I've had conversations with many of you, and I think it's time for us to be heard. It wasn't easy deciding to run for this directorship, but many of you have urged me to do so. They say we need change, and they're right. The need for accountability, credibility, and transparency is very urgent in this village. Our concerns and suggestions about efficiency managing in our community need to be heard. I was told to look at the regulations, look at the Blue Book, which is a complete guide to living in homeowners association in California. Others said it's important to use the good old Robert's Rules of Conduct, and I really believe in that, and I think it is necessary. However, I have realized what I wanted to know wasn't found in the books or the magazines, or the regulations. So I started attending a lot of meetings here. I attended some committee meetings, board meetings, ad hoc meetings, town halls, any meeting that I could see that I had the time for and would benefit my endeavors. The most important thing I did was something I've been doing my entire 10 years here at Laguna Woods, connecting with people and building friendly relationships with my neighbors here in the village. And especially when I'm walking my dog, I heard a lot of people. I don't know how many of you have spoken with me by now, but over the years, I've heard a lot of things, personal stories. I've heard some gripes, some complaints. But what I like hearing about most is the solutions to the problems that so many of you around here think we have. These ideas and suggestions are inspiring to me. One of my goals is to make sure that the people of United have an ear to these things and a voice to speak for them. My active involvement in the community is not just a campaign strategy. It reflects who I am and my commitment to our community's well-being. Laguna Woods is celebrating 60 years, our anniversary this year. With the right management team, we can ensure that Laguna Woods Village continues to prosper for all of us in our community. My platform for running for this director position is straightforward. I'm committed to transparency and will not make any promises that I can't keep. The credibility of this village functioning entities needs to be closely examined. I will ensure that people do not have to wait weeks to get answers and are not passed from person to person to person, still waiting to get the information that could be easily obtained. Together, we can build a future full of hope and prosperity. I come from a background of many corporate companies. I started working for IBM when I was 18 years old. I did get drafted. I am a Vietnam veteran. I used the Vietnam and the Veterans GI Bill to go to colleges. I returned to work when I came back. I worked with IBM for about 15 years, a Panasonic Corporation for about 15 years, Xerox Corporation for 15 years. My career ended with a company called Domtar, one of the largest manufacturers of paper goods in North America. This company taught me a lot in that short tenure. The respect of our environment is very important. It's something we need to follow and something we need to build on. There's a lot of here in the village we can help build. You're going to see changes in our environment. The state of California is saying, hey, we need to stop using potable water for watering the grass. Unfortunately, United is an area where we do not have access to recycled water. But working with the state and working with the experts, I'm sure that we can do our part and saving water and going forward, just as one of our many things we'll be doing. I want to thank you for this time here. It's a pleasure running. I really respect all the other candidates, and I'm wanting your vote for director of the United Mutual. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maggie Blackwell. I'm a United Director, and I'd like to continue to be a United Director. I've been a director of United 3 years, then on GRF for 1 year, and now I'm back on United. United is a co-op, and we have a membership of over 8,000 members. We have 6,323 units, and we have to maintain them all. If you have anything wrong with your unit, give us the call and we'll contact Resident Services. United decides the service levels. VMS tells us what they can do, and we decide what amount of service we can give you. The rains were very hard this year, and we'll have some extra bills for that. But we decide, we listen to questions, we listen to answers, we listen to resident concerns. We decide what would be best for the resident and for the mutual. Without the mutual, we would not exist. The best thing for the mutual is to stay strong, to get our bills paid, and to help out our members. That's what we do. We will always proceed with care, follow reasonable procedures and fair rules to protect the majority. We will practice financial stability with reasonable assessments. We'll preserve our beautiful forest home, provide better communication, and professional behavior in meetings. We will have a water issue this year and in the future because of a new state thing, but we will work with that. We will work together with other corporations. Each corporation has a separate duty. Third is third. United is United. GRF is GRF, and VMS is the service organization for all of those. So we decide at United what our service level is, and we forward that to VMS, and they tell us what they can provide for what cost, and we decide. We have no time to be fooling with third. We have no time to be fooling with anybody else. United is its own entity. We do elect members for GRF, and then they become the GRF member. They're their hats on. We have members on VMS, so United interests are protected. I would like to continue to be secretary. I have done many things. I have helped everybody that I can. If you call me or email me with the question, I will send you an answer and direct you to the website where the answer can be found. I believe all directors should support their boards, their corporation, and their members. Let us have peace in the community. We are ranked in the top 10 of senior developments in the USA by realtors, not us, by realtors. Let's keep it that way. Let's follow our regulations and cooperate with each other, investigate every problem carefully, and come up with the best solutions for United. We always help residents, and we want you to read your ballot, read the website. Thank you very much.
My name is Pardis Brumand. I'm a senior citizen here in Laguna Woods for 35 years, actually 30 years. I moved from my country to California 35 years ago, and after 5 years I became a citizen here, and I worked hard to blend myself to this community. I was a single mom with 2 beautiful children, my daughter and my son, and I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. I started working very hard, sometimes overtime, to take care of my children. I went through lots of school, licensing, certifications, and everything to, educate myself, to live and make better money in this country so I can be successful. I just got my bachelor degree in child development, and then I opened my own business. After that, I went to the insurance company. I got hired by this insurance company as an agent. I retired from insurance company in 2015. Then I started thinking that I have to think about my retirement. I decided to purchase a building here in Laguna Woods Village. After I searched a lot about the retirement places, my mom, she was living here for a while, and she loved this place, and she told me, you have to try here. This is a beautiful place to live, and you spend your retirement here. So I decided to be closer to my mom, so I just purchased this manor here. When I moved here, I immediately noticed that people, they don't know each other. They don't even, sometimes they don't say hi to each other. Everybody's at home alone. Some people are depressed. Some people, they work, come back home at 5 or 6, and they have their dinner and then stay home and don't speak with each other. So I didn't like it. I decided to do something about this. I immediately opened my door to my neighbors. I cooked for them. I invited them for Christmas dinner, for Thanksgiving dinner, and we started having social gathering together. We had party together. We went movies. We went restaurant to eat. So little by little, I get to know everybody better, and we became a big community. Now everybody knows around me, in my neighborhood. And we do a lot of socializing together. I opened my own club in Laguna Woods 2017, and I was successfully continued that until the pandemic, COVID hit us. So after that, I stayed home for a while because of the pandemic, and then we had a revolution in our country. So I decided to start thinking about what I'm going to do. This is not the way I like to live, just sitting home, bored. I have to do something about it. My neighbors, they told me that, they motivated me. Why don't you go to apply for the board of directors? You do a lot for us. I got lighting for our community. After 1 year going back and forth to the city, I got lighting for everyone around my house. I took care of their problems, the issues that they have with plumbing. We live in the 60 years old community, and I'm planning to live much more here. And after me, people like to live here when they move in, at least for another 60 years or 100 years. So we have to take care of our community. So I try to think about that more carefully. So I just decided to go with getting the application for the board of directors. And now I'm here trying to help with helping you guys. And we together, I'm sure we can be successful. We do better when we all do better. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marie Collins, and I am running for the board of directors of United. I love living in Laguna Woods. The fact that this is a dedicated urban forest and and all the trees that are coming from all over the country, or all over the world, really, and identified. My dog and I walk and love it. We just love it. I really have been here for 7 years. I was kind of picked up and plopped down here from Texas when Hurricane Harvey came through. August 27 of 2017, I was out here visiting my brother. My mother had said when she died 10 years earlier, now when I die, you ought to go out there and get a condo near your brother, my only living relative. I said, no ma'am, it will never happen. But as it happens, I had bought one to come for some time, and when I was wiped out 100%, house, belongings, 3 cars, everything that was physical that I owned, gone. But I had a place to, unlike hundreds of thousands of people in Houston, I had a place to stay. What a place to stay. And I said, I get it. So I'm here. I am a retired math teacher of 20 years. I am a retired lawyer of 37 years. I've been doing lots of things that are going to help me help the United Board. When I started thinking about telling you my past, I really don't like talking about the past or myself, but there are 2 things that I have done that I know will be really helpful to the board. One of them is I was, for 6 years, the partner, an active partner in a turnaround company out of Newport Beach, California. And what we did, we would buy companies that were failing, and we would inspect them top to bottom and figure out what needed to stay, what needed to go, what should we spend money on, what should we sell, and we would turn it around to make it a profitable company and then sell it. The other thing is, I was a co-chair of the Unsecured Creditors Committee in the Executive Holdings, that's like First Executive Life Insurance Company, back in '91. After I was a lawyer for 4 years, I was representing 244,000 structured settlement annuitants against all the biggest financial institutions in the world, Deutsche Bank, Bank of America, Metropolitan Life, people like that. Anyway, I had to, in that position, go through all of the assets, like we had a hotel in Boston on the river, and we had apartment buildings in New York. We had insurance companies. Anyway, I had to do a lot of analyzing in the same manner, and that's what I hope to do here in Laguna Woods. Now, what I really want to do, I want you to understand that I understand that as a board member of a corporation, this is really a corporation. United is a corporation. We who are the residents, we are the shareholders in this corporation. Well, I've actually been on a lot of boards. I've been on HOA board in Houston. I was actually the vice chair of the board for a holding company in New York, and the vice chair of First Delaware Life in Delaware. But anyway, I've been on a lot of boards. I know how this operates. I know who my shareholders are. And I want to guarantee you that whenever I make a vote, whenever I place a vote, I will always have weighed, how does this affect the subject matter, and have I overlooked any negative, unintended results on something else? And then the very last question I will ask myself before I put a yes or no, is this in the best interest of the shareholders? Because that's my responsibility as a director. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Jean Costello, and I'm excited to announce my candidacy for the Board of Directors of the United Mutual. Having been a proud resident of our community for the past 5 years, I am deeply committed to ensuring Laguna Woods Village remains a wonderful place to live. Professionally, I have over 40 years' experience in managing the procurement and manufacturing for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, including 10 years of project management experience. This has equipped me with the skills necessary to create and manage large budgets, lead projects, negotiate and communicate effectively with diverse groups of people. Personally, I have been actively involved in our Laguna Woods community through my involvement with the Pickleball Club and various other clubs, sports, and volunteer opportunities. My vision and my goals for this term are clear-cut. Number one, enhance communication. Continue to foster a transparent and open line of communication between the board, GRF, VMS, and our residents. I will ensure that everyone's voice is heard and valued. Number two, maintain and improve community facilities. I will advocate for the upkeep and enhancement of our residences and community amenities to meet the needs of our residents. Number three, fiscal responsibility. But that needs to be played against responsibly balancing the necessary expenditures with the need to keep costs and associated HOA fees reasonable. We, as an HOA board, need to confirm financial transparency and total access on facility and amenity expenditures from our VMS and GRF partners. My commitment to you is this. I believe in teamwork, active listening, transparent decision-making, and a call to action. I will work collaboratively with board members, GRF, VMS, and you, our residents, to address concerns in a timely manner. And I will monitor and balance both HOA and GRF expenditures carefully to provide maximum return on investment to you, our residents and stakeholders. I'm of the opinion that life here in Laguna Woods is great, and it can only get better. And I'm not alone. 85% of the respondents to a recent United Mutual survey agree with that statement. They responded that they are satisfied or very satisfied in living here. However, we have internal challenges and external changes in the world at large that come with living in a 60-year-old community. And we need leaders with both common sense and creative problem solving to deal with them. As a director, I view my role as such. Ross Cortiz's vision made Laguna Woods an accessible and state-of-the-art active retirement option for residents back in the mid-1960s. Now, the world may have changed in the past 60 years, but his direction and charge to us has not. To keep Laguna Woods Village pushing forward and relevant to the next generation of people looking for that same active retirement community that we have found such value in. I humbly ask for your support in this endeavor, and I thank you for your vote.
Good morning, Laguna Woods Village. Another beautiful day in the woods. Always have lovely weather in Laguna Woods Village. I did a survey recently, a scientific survey. I found we have the best climate, all year round climate, anywhere in the country. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't real scientific. I first of all want to do a shout out to my lovely wife, Lynn. It's my inspiration for my writing that I do, and also my reason for living. Wonderful person. Another person is the president of our publishing club, and what a wonderful job she does. We do a lot of book publishing, of which I write. I've written and published on Amazon and Kindle around 60 books. They're not great books, but I am very prolific, they say. I've done most of those in the last 10 years. Also, a shout out to Miss Michaela Schreiber for VMS, all of the help she's given myself and all of the other candidates, and the Channel 6 TV people helping all of us to record our filming. I'd also then like to say, buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? To all of our Latino friends. I'd like to say, 안녕하세요, 잘있었어, to our Korean-speaking friends. I have a lot of good Korean friends in the woods. And then, Neoma Sasa, to our Taiwanese friends who speak Mandarin, all of which is to say hello to everybody out in Channel 6 TV land. My name is Professor Alan Dale Dickinson. You can call me Professor, a lot of people do. Mr. Dickinson, or just plain Alan. Or some people call me Charlie because they get me mixed up with my private investigator series that I write is about a private detective whose name is Charlie. Full name is Charles Warner Kennedy O'Brien, and he likes to be referred to as a private eye. I have 13 books in the series, and they're all listed on Amazon and Kindle eBooks. And I teach classes on how to write and publish books for people who have manuscripts and don't know what to do with them. A little brief history, as I'll make it as brief as possible, is I'm a native son. I was born and raised in Southern California. And lastly, I'd like to say I think all of the boards should have a CPA on them, an attorney, which we have a couple currently, and a banker, or myself or someone else. I am retired corporate vice president from Bank of America. It's the largest bank in the nation, 13th largest bank in the whole world. And I made a loan to Hershey Chocolate Company for $100 million. Back in the day, United Way Charities, $25 million. I once had an office on the Queen Mary ocean liner in Long Beach Harbor. Please vote for me, and thank you very much.
Hello, and greetings. This is Tony Liberatore, or Anthony Liberatore. My mother did not like Tony. We came from the East Coast, and Tony was associated with mafia, so she called me Anthony. And my brothers and sisters reduced it down to Ant. Became Tony when I went away to school. I'm a victim of the maritime business, 39 years, lived in Cerritos, retired from my business, shut my 2 companies down, and came here in 2012, 2013. I wasn't elected. They chose me to finish out somebody's term on United. And in United, I headed up the Water Conservation Committee, ad hoc committee, because at that time El Toro Water District put some really hard demands on us that we had to be met by 2019. We did that, and we were in by 2017. I also was the ad hoc chair for the walkway lighting. We did all the LED lights in United. We came in 4 months ahead of time and $900,000 under budget. Then, after my term there, I was the first chair on the VMS board after we got rid of PCM, started VMS. I was the first chair. When I termed out there, I went to United again, but my wife got sick, so I resigned to take care of her. And then I came back in 2021, and now I'm asking for your consideration to re-elect me for another 3 years. My big thing is fiduciary. You may have heard me say that this morning. A director is a fiduciary. And what does that mean? It means that you're putting your own desires, agendas, whatever, aside. And you're taking those up of your constituents in terms of finances, legalities, and authority to run things for them. And so, in order one main quality I believe a fiduciary needs is to be a good listener. You have to listen not only with your ears, but with your eyes, because what you see sometimes doesn't agree with what you hear. And so that's been my whole philosophy of volunteering the service as a United Board, a VMS Board Director, and now back to United. And I really enjoy the work, keeps me busy, and I hope you'll consider me for re-election. And thanks for listening to me. Take care. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi. It's an honor to have the opportunity to speak with you today. I was born in Iran in 1960, but I won't dwell on that because my real life, my purposeful life, began in October 1998. When my family and I emigrated to America. That's the day I consider my true birth, the beginning of a life filled with hope and opportunity. America and the kind and the generous people within it gave my family and me hope. You extended your hand to us, taught us how to live, and helped us create a new life. My wife, children, and I embraced this opportunity and built a good life for ourselves. My younger son is high engineer in SpaceX, and my older son, he's a lawyer and he's very successful. First and foremost, I am proud to be an American citizen. Secondly, I owe this to the people of America, and I am committed to giving back as much as I can to repay this kindness. For many years, I've worked in the construction industry. Our family has owned a business where I have served as president. We've earned various certifications in that field. I previously held a general contractor license in Maryland and country hold in California. My experience spans numerous large government projects, including work at the Federal Reserve, Department of State, various courthouses in Washington, D.C., and many, many schools across Maryland and Virginia. Now the time has come for me to use my experience to help advance this beautiful village and its kind people. While I may not speak English fluently, what I do now is construction. I want to be the eyes of the people of this village. I want to be the board eyes in the project. I have years of experience negotiating contracts, overseeing projects, and managing budget. I understand what is reasonable, and I can spot when vendors try to take advantage. My expertise in the industry allow me to ensure that our resources are used wisely and that we get the best value for our community. I am committed to being your advocate and partner in making sure our community thrives. Thank you, and have a nice day.